Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Colton Simmons, owner of Colton Simmons Photography, and I'm a professional wedding photographer with over 9 years of experience. I've traveled across the country and even the world capturing beautiful moments at over 200 weddings. And today I want to share with you my expertise on one of the most important aspects of wedding photography, posing the bride. As a wedding photographer, it's our job to not only capture the beauty and love of the big day, but also to showcase the bride in the most stunning and flattering way possible. A great pose can make all the difference in creating a breathtaking image that the couple will treasure for a lifetime. In this video, I'll be sharing my tips and tricks for posing the bride, from understanding her style and preferences to finding the perfect lighting and creating unique and creative poses. We'll cover everything you need to know to take your bridal photography to the next level. So whether you're a professional photographer looking to improve your skills or a bride-to-be looking for inspiration for your own wedding day, this video is for you. Let's get started. It's essential to understand the bride's personal style as well as her likes and dislikes. This will help you create poses that reflect her unique personality and make her feel comfortable and confident in front of the camera. The best way to communicate with the bride and gather information about her preferences is through a pre-wedding consult. This is a great opportunity for you to sit down with the bride and discuss her vision for her wedding day, as well as her preferred style of photography. You can also ask her to bring along inspiration images such as pictures of poses or locations that she likes. It's also important to note that the couple has chosen you for a specific reason, and that is usually the style that you shoot in. So make sure while taking input on inspiration from the bride that you also stay true to who you are as a photographer. In addition to a pre-wedding consult, it's also important to make the bride feel comfortable and confident on the day of the wedding. This can be achieved by making small talk and building a rapport with her, providing her with some simple posing instructions and giving her positive feedback and encouragement throughout the wedding. I don't show brides too many photos, but showing one or two on camera will really help boost confidence and show her how great she looks. By understanding the bride's style and preferences, you'll be able to create beautiful, natural-looking poses that truly reflect her personality and make her feel at ease in front of the camera. Posing is an essential aspect of wedding photography, and it's important to have a good understanding of how to position the body. When it comes to positioning the body, it's important to pay attention to the lines and angles of the body. Avoid cutting off limbs at awkward places and instead use the lines of the body to create a sense of flow and movement. Hands and arms play a crucial role in posing, as they can add grace and elegance to a photograph. When posing the bride, it's important to pay attention to the positioning of her hands and arms. For example, a slight bend in the elbow can create a more relaxed and natural looking pose. A bride wants to feel as beautiful as possible on her wedding day, so I always try to focus on capturing soft, delicate moments. One of my favorite poses is to have the bride face away from the camera while resting her hand on one of her hips, looking in the opposite direction. This, in my opinion, is such a flattering and graceful shot, allowing the bride to feel like a supermodel. Facial expressions are also an important aspect of posing. A slight tilt of the head or a subtle smile can make all the difference in creating a beautiful and natural looking image. I would try doing a few different combinations of facial expressions during each pose you get the bride in. For instance, a few smiling, a few serious, and my favorite, having the bride close her eyes and look slightly down to either left or right. These always make soft, elegant photos. Encourage the bride to breathe and move freely during the session, and take a few candid shots to capture her natural beauty and personality. When I notice that the bride is feeling tense at the beginning of the day, I always, very gently and kindly, encourage them to take a deep breath in as they release and drop their shoulders back. This helps relax them and let go of any tension they may feel. By understanding the basics of posing and knowing how to adjust poses for different body types, you'll be able to create beautiful and natural looking images that truly showcase the bride's beauty and personality. Now, posing isn't the only thing that is going to make a photo a great one. You also have to understand how to light them to make sure you are crossing the finish line. As a wedding photographer, it's essential to understand the importance of lighting in creating beautiful and impactful images. The right lighting can make all the difference in showcasing the bride's beauty and creating a sense of atmosphere and mood. When being put in a category, I would be considered a natural light photographer, not relying on and off camera flash while outdoor during daylight. Over the years, I've studied how light during different times of day affects each scenario, so depending on what time of day it is, I know exactly how to tackle the lighting situation. When it comes to finding the best light for different poses and locations, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, natural light is always the best option when it's available. Look for soft, even light, such as the light that filters through a tree canopy or the light that glows just before sunset. Avoid harsh, direct sunlight as it can create unflattering shadows and highlights on the bride's face. Although this statement is true, it is also important to not be afraid of shooting in direct light, as you can use the shadows to create a really dramatic photograph. Another important aspect to consider when finding the best light is the direction of the light. Side light is often the most flattering, as it creates a sense of depth and dimension in the photograph. It also helps to sculpt the bride's face and body, creating a more dramatic and interesting image. During sunset, I tend to shoot with the bride backlit, which creates a nice golden glow behind the bride, evoking an almost ethereal atmosphere. Different lighting can also change the look and feel of a pose. For example, a pose that is lit by soft, warm light can create a sense of romance and intimacy, while a pose that is lit by harsh, cool light can create a sense of drama and tension. By understanding the importance of lighting and knowing how to find the best light for different poses and locations, you'll be able to create beautiful and impactful images that truly showcase the bride's beauty in the atmosphere of the wedding day. Now that we've covered the basics of posing and finding the best light, let's talk about how to take your bridal photography to the next level by creating unique and creative poses that truly reflect the couple's personality. One way to create unique and creative poses is by thinking outside the box. Don't be afraid to try new things and experiment with different angles, perspectives, and compositions. For instance, this wedding was shot in Cancun, so the bride asked to have some photos taken in the sun hat that was gifted to her by the resort for being a bride. Another example is utilizing the antique Jaguar this couple rented to get some amazing editorial-styled shots of the bride. This year, I've even started incorporating my drone to get unique angles in my photos that you normally couldn't get from the ground. Although the photos I'm going to show you are of the couple, the same thing can still be achieved with just the bride, providing just as amazing results. Now, I also want to say that in my experience when getting creative poses, we want to stay far away from photos that are going to teeter on the borderline of being something that is cringeworthy. We want to make sure that we are creating work that in 10 or 20 years, the couple won't look back and regret doing. So make sure you're being tasteful in the creative direction you take on the wedding day. Now, before we wrap up, I want to share some more images of poses that I like to use with brides in order to give you some more inspiration. I hope you found this video informative and helpful, and that you'll take the time to practice the poses and techniques we've discussed. If you're interested in seeing more of my work or learning more about wedding photography, be sure to check out my portfolio and website. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter for more inspiration and tips. And of course, if you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.